Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome once again to today's analysis of the market. And what are we going to be discussing today? We are going to be discussing the CPI. And as we know, this is a big day in the market, talking about the data that is going to be coming out, especially the fact that Jerome Powell has said he is going to take every data serious, that whatever action he's going to be taking is going to be based on data driven decision. Yes. So now what is the meaning of CPI? Is coming up 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, 8 a.m. New York time and all of that, 8:30 a.m. New York time, but Nigeria 1:30, we are expecting strong volatility in the market. And whatever happened today is actually going to decide it may be deciding what is going to happen for the rest of the year. And what is CPI? CPI is simply consumer price index. We have two type of that, which is the regular consumer price index and the core price index. This is actually going to be talking about, you know it's talking about money flow, cost of living, okay, how money has been circulating in the system. It's talking about the inflation data, yeah, and the core CPI here is talking about everything excluding food and energy. These are very volatile things, and energy most times is seasonality. How energy is consumed is in summer is different from how energy is consumed in the winter, and and food prices as well as seasonality. So all of these things are not included in the core CPI. So we're expecting core CPI month on month, CPI month on month, and CPI year on year. And now we should pay attention to this CPI year on year because we are expecting a very big margin from all the way from 3.2 to 3.6. That is the forecast, 3.6. And mind you, why are we looking forward to this month? We are looking forward to this massive change because of what oil has been doing. Oil has been the game changer right here. Oil price has actually moved 30%, 30% high over 2 months. Yes, oil has moved up 30% high over 2 months, and this is actually going to affect what happens in the market today. Yes, and and we are expecting a very high one because of the change in oil price over time and all of that. The surge in price of oil and everything is going to be making us look at a higher inflation at 3.6. And guess what? If the if we are getting a higher data from the expected, how does it affect the market? Whatever comes out today is going to decide if the Fed is going to be increasing interest rates. It's going to talk about if the Fed is going to be increasing interest rates from the FOMC that is coming. So if it's higher than the expected is 3.6. If it's higher than 3.6, that means the Fed will be looking at increasing the rate or keeping it at that level. And when the Fed, if the if the data is coming lower than the expected, we are going to be looking at that means inflation is slowing down and the Fed may hold the rate or even reduce the rate. So when the rate is reduced, or like let me say when the rate is lower than the expected, that is 3.6, it is good for stocks. And whenever I'm looking at stock, majorly I'm looking at Nasdaq. That is US 100. Yeah. If the inflation rate is low and the Fed is looking at holding the interest or even reducing it, it is good for stocks because you can see all these guys are because they're going to be seeing we're going to be seeing new things happening, high labor, higher and everything. That is actually good for stock. If it is lower than expected, if it is good for stock, but if it is higher than expected, it could be very ugly for stock for the rest of the year. Let's look out for the market today. Pay attention to whatever happens. We are going to talk about what's the news, what the data is going to be after the news, and that is going to decide what we are going to be doing on this instrument on a yearly thing. So if you have funds in your account, pay attention to pay attention to my channel by 1:30. There's going to be live trade actions. Pay attention to our Telegram group. There's going to be live trading actions going on right there. And if you have if you have open positions, look at it because there's going to be a lot of volatility in the market. Thank you very much. See you after the news. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video.